4.
Do you have different colors at the top? Is there
What do
like
you mean?
four? Is there like four different? Like, is there like 3 orange and 1 yellow or something
What do you mean? On the
on the
metronome?
metronome?
No, it's just a regular like
I see.
4/4 time. 120.
All right.
Let's see. Yeah. Oh, is it
Okay.
small?
Hold on a second. We got to get rid of the little click thing. I have like OCD about it. Do you
Well, what if I make it? I don't know if it's possible.
See, the thing is, that there, I think you found that in Guitar
I'll
Tuner,
just
right?
use. Yeah, it is. Get out of here.
So,
I have another one.
yeah, there's like a metronome beat.
I have one that I paid like $1.99 for. It works a little better. Let me say like let's do like 100 or something. You just like the consistent beat. You don't like the
Yeah.
You don't like the click at the end. Fuck. So bad keeping time.
All right, let's go to another string too. So, do the A string even.
Okay.
We're in the key of A minor, right?
Fuck. So hold on. Let me just remember this. So it's big, small, minor pentatonic, major pentatonic, small, big, small, big. So it's small, big, small, minor, major, small, big, small,
Yeah.
minor, major, small, big, small, minor,
Yeah.
major, small, big, small. Okay. So major. So wait. So this is starting on the. So,
You can start on 0.
So minor, major, small. Shit. Wait. Minor. So where does it start on the next string? So it's on the 2/5. So it starts on a big. Small, big, small, small, big. So it has to be a big. So it has to be small. what's a big there? Oh shit. That's a small salt. Shit. And is there another string? There's a B. You got the B string. So there's no G string. You do this on the G string at all?
Well, let's just kind of. You can try doing the G string, but it's actually kind of a lot harder, right?
Oh, because you gotta shift everything, right?
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that. I don't want to do that yet. Let's just go to the B string.
Yeah.
So the B string is 5, 8, 5. So it's around something big. Shit. Whoops, that's 20. Is that 20? I get it. I get the basics.
So this
Small,
would
big,
help
small.
us a lot to make.
Minor, major, small, big, small. Minor,
Yeah.
major, small, big, small. I got it.
This would help us a lot to make to make double stops. You know those double stops, those chords that sound good.
Oh yeah, I mean usually it's not on when you're doing a big. It's usually on a small, if that makes sense, right? It's not usually like this far away. It's more on a.
See, now you can find your way around with double stops.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you could do it in, I guess.
So
You could even
we
do
can.
a major pent with a minor pent, possibly, maybe.
Yeah, we should do more strings and stuff in different keys.
Wait, are we starting in A string starts with oh A string starts with the see that's what's gonna trip me up a little bit. It starts with the major pent, so it goes,
Well, you could start it on a 0 too.
and the okay, so that starts with the so this is always big major pent, and then this string starts with what's the D string start? Yeah, two oh, starts with a big. And this one starts on big right here, right? No, wait. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. That's fun. That's kind of fun though.
Yeah, so we should
the guitar like that.
yeah, we should pick a key like one of those other keys and stuff, and like try to jam over a track or something with that scale type of pattern, moving horizontally on strings.
Right.
Now,
did we start early? It seems like a bit on.
Yeah, just a little bit. It's okay. If you go here to the log out button and then log back in again, you should be able to see the new level here.
I'm logging in from here so I can play it so I can have the sound.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Yes, we also must do some alternate picking training as well.
Alright, so we're on level 8, right? Pentatonic tutoring. Dude, that's so crazy that these are checked off. I know for fucking sure I've never looked at these before. I would remember this. Oh wait, this is the bad part. Okay, so we want to do the thing after that, right?
Yeah, let's do level 13.
13 pentatonic grouping?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just has some
do you have a suggestion? A minor?
Maybe? How about E minor?
A minor. E minor, all right.
See, now you got to use E as your root.
So you got to use E, like you're saying, you got to use the E and the A string. Is that what you mean by use E?
Yeah, the E. That's now your minor penta position.
E's like the easiest, man. It's really easy.
No, I mean, you're now in the key of E, so you're gonna want to use 3 strings here. Okay? But like, so well, you could start on any string, but the thing is, you're gonna be now in the key of E, so even if you were in the middle 2 strings, you now have to start on the key of E. Now we're in the key of E, right?
I I mean, okay. I mean,
Did that make
so
sense? Did that make sense?
wait, but
So
when you say
okay,
you're in the
so
key of E, I guess I still maybe don't understand what that
yeah,
exactly
so
means.
what you just played was this thing right here, E G A C. This is not the key of E. This is just like the big.
Just big, okay?
That's big. If we want to be in the key of E, then we now have to use minor pent. Put that on the letter E.
Are you saying you have to use minor pen because E is a minor note? E is a minor key?
Yeah. Let's go back to this thing, and I'll do that here. Instead of now.
So you're talking about using patterns well, what do you? I guess I'm not quite sure what you're saying.
All right. So if you notice here, if we shift this over to E, this is what happens.
Still minor pent.
Yeah, it's minor pent, but now it's in E.
But normally,
so this is now the key of E, which also matches the key of G major, so you would just kind of have to see that there. The letters are now over here. But see, you don't really have to think too much about these letters, just think about the roots. So like E and G, because those are the two main roots. So you're no longer really going to be thinking much about like modes and stuff. You're going to be thinking about the two main themes in music, which is going to be minor and major. Those are the main themes of music.
okay.
So you now have like this way of looking at it that gives you the best notes in the two main themes of music.
The best notes of the two main themes.
Yeah, and this is the key of E minor pent.
Hey, Mateo, give me just 1 second.
Okay.
That's really fucking loud.
Yeah, it's really loud. Yeah.
That's pretty good. I can hear that fine.
Okay. So we'll do something like that. Maybe with clean tone, I guess. Might be a little better.
guitar backing track in E minor. So all it was doing was playing, like the backing track and stuff was like.
Yeah, now it's trying to move like horizontally
So
a
it's like.
lot.
Is that kind of what it was doing? I don't
So, let's see. All
All
right,
right,
so there's
so
something important that we.
were you basically just jumping around to the different E minor pentatonic locations, or
Yeah.
the different E's and playing the E pentatonic in various locations?
Let's think about like the improvising stages, okay?
Okay,
Because
okay, okay.
like it's important to understand that we have something called the discovery stage. Let me just actually call it that. Discovery stage. All right, because
Okay.
this is where we don't think about what it sounds like. We just play random notes trying to move around the scale, like kind of like in a navigational way. We can also go through the uh, more of like the sound control stage, the control stage, where we want to be able to like control what notes we're playing in terms of consonance and dissonance. Control the consonance and dissonance. Or maybe we also have the basically the breathing stage, I guess, or the speaking stage, perhaps, fluency stage, perhaps, something like that. Where you're sort of Can we stick to the middle two strings for a while and try to move horizontally through the middle two strings?
Okay. So that'll be. That's literally the same sound. Just kind of has like a different like openness to it. Like it sounds. It sounds better here.
Okay, but there's still some things that's not happening. You're getting
Okay.
all the E's, but what about the
Okay.
rest of the letters? What about the rest of the
Okay.
positions?
I don't know. You tell me. I don't
We
know.
also have to
I don't
play
know. I'm supposed
those.
to do that. Okay.
We have to go through all of the positions. See, this is the horizontal
Even
practicing.
if we're playing in the like with the E backing track, we're playing the other positions.
Yeah.
What?
So remember we
Now you
drilled
got.
the.
Now I'm more confused.
Okay, yeah. So let's go through the improvising stages again.
All right.
Remember
All
that
right.
we drilled stuff, right?
Drill it. Practice
We
scale
practiced the
patterns,
scale patterns
correct
with the
finger
correct
positions
positions with
with
drills.
drills.
And
Yeah,
then
we
we
went
went up and down the
small,
scales.
small, big, small,
Yeah,
minor, major, small, big, small, minor, major,
awesome.
small, big, small.
So let's
Got it.
use that here. We start with our minor, and then we have our major, and then our small, big, small, and then our minor pent again. So we
Even
move.
if so we can do that within an E backing track.
Yeah, that's what I
What?
was doing. And you're gonna
Is
focus
that
on.
that's what you were doing?
Yeah, you're gonna well, I was kind of moving around a lot between the different strings, but let's try to stick to this restriction here. We're gonna focus on two strings at a time only, moving
Okay. Okay.
horizontally like this. And we'll focus on each string for about a minute or so. Each string
Okay.
pair. So you were pretty close. Like that's really important to know where those E's are. We also have to move from there horizontally.
All right. But we usually like use that as like kind of like your like anchor, like starting
Yeah,
point is the E.
yeah,
So
yeah.
if you're on the A string, then this would be like. I'm just not sure how that's gonna sound. I mean, so should I just put on the backing track and start ripping at it and see what
Yeah,
happens?
yeah, it's gonna sound
All
really
right.
cool. Like it's gonna sound so different from most of the time. Well, yeah, let's try.
I guess I'm not understanding like how we go from like if we're in the E key, like how it's gonna sound. All right, let's just go there. So it's. And you're saying I should hit all the notes, is what you're saying,
Yeah,
or should
just
I
stick.
try to make it like go with the way the key changes in the track? Is that what I'm trying to do? I'm still not quite sure what to do. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do in here.
Okay. Well, you know, so you
I mean,
got your
I'm
scale.
understanding I'm improvising, but I don't, like I'm not. You said I'm not supposed to be jumping around to the different E octaves, right? Like I'm supposed to hit all the notes.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what all the notes means, but I think that. So, okay, we got all the notes on those two strings, right?
All the notes on those two
So
strings.
you're gonna pick two
All the
strings.
natural notes on those two strings.
Well, yeah, I guess. You're gonna stick to like two strings, right? So your E minor. So let's go back to the improvising stage. So you got your drilling stage, right? So whatever you drill, that's what you're gonna improvise with. Do you remember what we drilled on? We did this. Small, big, small,
Yeah, of course I remember that. I mean,
then the G
yeah,
major.
small, big, small,
Okay.
minor,
So
major,
those are
small,
the
big, small,
two
minor, major,
low,
small.
well, the two low E strings here, right?
Okay.
Okay. So if we wanted to play low E, we would stick to those two strings. Now, I would like to play middle E because low is kind of low. It's kind of hard to hear. So I like middle E or high E, right? We have
Yeah.
the three octaves we can choose. 1, 2, and 3, right? Those are the best
Right.
locations to be playing in, the three octaves, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so let's go to middle E. I like middle E. Sound good?
On the
Okay,
E string
on
or
the
this one?
yeah, on the
On
D
the
string, right?
D string.
Okay, so from there, we also drill major, small, big, small, E, minor again. Major, small, big, back to E, back to E, C key. Okay, does that make sense now? That so far on the drilling stage that we're just going up and down, same thing that we do on the low strings.
Yeah, I mean I'm with you.
Okay, so that makes sense. So now that we just drilled that, we want to like play it in other ways, not just drilling it up and down, but playing random patterns, trying to move around the scale.
Some guy. So okay, yeah. So we get the drilling down. We know what's where,
Right.
and then
So now we can play randomly, like just go up and down those two strings random. So instead of playing just straight up and down,
but okay. So then wait. So we're starting on E, right?
mm-hmm.
We start in the E, but the natural like progression there, like according to it should be a big right here. But are you saying no? It's not a big. It's actually a.
That's
So
right.
you're using the same pattern. So you're still starting with the minor pent, but you're starting there, and that is what makes it in the key of E.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. I think great. So then it would
Okay.
be. All right, so let me see how that sounds. All right,
Yeah.
let's see if that sounds like shit. So.
Right. Right. Let's see what we can do with those notes. The discovery
Okay.
stage.
Yeah. I'm just not understand. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to play stupid here. I just kind of just didn't understand what you're saying.
No, yeah, I mean,
Really,
like,
like,
it's,
yep.
well, it's theory, it's a little bit weird. It's a
Why
perspective
is this
that,
not?
when you don't have the perspective, it's kind of like the planets and the stuff that I was talking about, like the planets and the gravity of the planets. Like, sometimes this stuff is a little bit weird.
Yeah, I mean. So I definitely see like staying on the E's like definitely sounds better. Some things sound better than others. I can't quite figure out why though. It's a really cool concept, man. It's something really cool.
Well, switch to like another pair of strings so you can go up to the high strings.
Do what? Sorry,
You can go to another pair of strings.
Go to another pair of strings. Oh, okay. Like
The B string?
The B string? Fucking cool, man. That is really cool. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of style things to work on and stuff like that. But that's like the cool. I think that's the coolest thing you've ever showed me. I'm not kidding. That is. So it's just about the
It's pretty sick.
minor, major, small, big, small, and you can do it basically anywhere on the guitar, and you have
Yeah.
a lot of maneuverability. All right, so like let's say you wanted to just play A, then would you start that minor pent on an A? Is that where you'd start basically?
Yeah.
Gotcha. That is so awesome, man. That's really cool.
This is some pretty crazy stuff.
That's neat, man. I can't believe I never. That is just a cool thing. That's not that complicated either. That's a
No,
pretty
it's
that's
actually
not
kind
that
of
complex
simple.
of a concept. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't believe I never knew that before. That's really neat.
Uh, yeah, to be honest, I I just kind of you know I don't know. I came up with this thing, you know. It's not something that you know, I don't know, you know, I gotta take credit for this stuff.
Yeah, well, dude, I mean, it's
GG,
cool.
you
Like
know.
it's
Cause like
so versatile. Like you
yeah,
can. I
exactly.
mean, I guess I'm not really sure the applicability like across other like. Okay, so like then what happened? Like so this particular song stays in E, right? Like this is like an
Hmm.
E minor song, but there's a
Most
ton of
songs.
songs that change keys like
Hey, that's
multiple
okay.
multiple times.
You're
You
gonna be
know?
pretty good at using this pattern, so you could switch like on cue. So
Yeah,
you're
like
gonna be
it's like
fine.
okay, we're switching to A, then you just start.
Yeah, exactly. And plus, you can lead into it instead of like a direct shift. You can kind of like lean into it because if you start with the E and then maybe you go into like the small big small thing, right? But maybe now you're in the small of A.
Oh, you switch to a big to transition. I'm with you. That's awesome. That way, it doesn't sound so crude and
Yeah.
you know quick. That's cool, man.
But at the
That's really
same
cool.
time, even if you did switch from E minor to A minor abruptly, it would sound really good because that would be well, the 1 to the 4 in minor, which sounds really, really good. Now, unfortunately, we don't have a 5. That's kind of the problem of all this stuff. We don't have our 5 or our B.
Oh, you so
Figure
like it's a
something out about that.
limitation in terms of like what you can do with it. Is that like
Yeah. Keep in mind that this whole like system of looking at the guitar is kind of this thing that I'm trying to I guess develop this natural way of looking at things, and this B is becoming kind of an obstacle.
interesting? Yeah,
We
for
have to take
sure,
a look at
right?
this
Yeah, like
B.
to be able to have
I
a
mean,
five is well. I mean, you can just take the five. I mean, the five becomes the one and something else, or the four or the
well, you
well,
just have to
yeah, the
study
five
B.
or the one or the four,
You just gotta
right?
adapt your situations, your minors or your majors to B, and you're gonna have the same type of thing. So I think our B is going to be our link to be able to open up the other sharps and flats and stuff. We'll see.
Like the transition to other, yeah.
Yeah, but besides, I mean, we should know the B minor and the B major. Both of them are going to work really well because if we have an E minor, that major fifth is going to be really nice. Usually be a minor fourth, but the minor doesn't sound as cool as the major fifth and B.
Hmm.
Remember that E is the 1 and the B would be the 5, right?
In
E,
E,
G,
yeah,
E.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
So if we're gonna play in B, we want to have like a strong. What is the 5 usually in minor in a minor key? You think about that from A, that's usually what it is. So what's the 5 of A?
E.
E. Well, what is E? What is the 5 usually? What is E? E is minor, right?
Right, right,
Okay.
right.
So the 5 should be minor in a minor key.
Okay.
Okay. So if we play the B and we're playing an E, E minor, and we're playing this B, well, we should be playing the minor B, but the major B is going to sound even better.
Yeah, B isn't a B. The fifth is a major in B, right? Because it's your. I mean,
Well, it is, but um, uh, yeah. Okay, so anyway, let's just not worry too much about that. So,
yeah, yeah. Well, that was neat though.
yeah.
That was cool. I'm curious about the further applicability of that as well.
Well, let's try to do like maybe a little jam like without any music as well. So that way you can
Okay.
kind of try to feel around how this sounds maybe a little bit more if you want.
Okay. Sounds good.
And maybe we could try the key of D minor.
D minor. So. Right. So we're hitting a D and we're starting with minor pentatonic. Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Would you start there, like on the bass string, like?
You could. It's a place to go. But just try to keep in mind that you have yeah, I mean it's all right.
Anyway, I was just messing around there, but
Yeah, that was
so then
okay.
I guess I could go like. I guess I could go. Oh, that's gonna be a bit shitty. So hard to do that. Pain in the butt.
Doing all
So I mean,
right
there's
here.
really only like a couple good places for D, right? I mean, I guess you could just. There you go. Crazy, man. That's really cool.
It started to get pretty good there. Um, you want some? Should I go ahead and try to give you some examples as well?
Yeah. Let's have it.
All right, because maybe we could change keys. So basically, the cool thing about the D minor is you can make it F2. Very interesting stuff. So we have here. Okay, are you noticing how we kind of go through these different stages of our improvising stages? The discovery stage, you can feel me discovering stuff, playing random notes, trying to move around the scale, seeing what's available, right? Later, we kind of can go into the control stage of like controlling consonants and dissonance and playing like with the music and trying to like be a part of it. But then eventually, you kind of want to try to get fluent and like try to really just make it sound good, I guess, as good as you can. Like this is kind of more of like giving yourself restrictions, I guess. Uh, maybe.
I think with the music sounds like a really good description.
Yeah, well, it's just kind of like that. It's kind of in this type of thing. So anyway, let's go back to this stuff here. So you can just kind of see like you want to give yourself some chords. Let's switch to C. It's pretty easy to make music with this stuff here.
Hey, can you just as like a reminder, maybe like direct me like a long time ago we looked at like making like 3 note chords like I mean, you have your like standard like chords, down here. You got your C, all that stuff. But then we looked at like bar chords and like various like locations, like up here. I just don't. Can you kind of like remind me about like some of those things and like how like what the thought process is, or maybe like direct me to where that it like is that in one. I know this is probably in an earlier lesson somewhere, like where you do like some like you got here
Some
like
bar chord stuff. Yeah. Okay.
I don't remember how you. Like yeah, I don't quite
Well,
remember.
if you have
I
level
know it
4
has to
in
do with
here,
the
you might
level
have
4. Okay,
that in there, which
I'm
is
sure I do.
some
It's a
chords
blue one,
here.
right?
Yeah. Uh, natural chord workout maybe. We
Natural
didn't.
chord workout.
Yeah, that's the one that we actually didn't score here in your tracker. So that's probably why you're asking about it.
Oh, interesting. Good shit.
It's possible that you were looking at that, but this isn't actually like this is definitely kind of part of what you can do here, because this helps to know where the roots are. These are the root chords, right? For all these different positions, kind of where we have our root here. This is F, so or the G, C. You also have the A, D.
So, okay, so like 10, 9, 8, 8 would be like a C. So like,
But you should already know these shapes here.
8, 8, 8, 9, 10. Is that right? Am I doing that right?
Probably reading it backwards here.
Oh, am I? Wait, 10.
8 is on the first string.
Oh, okay. Wait, really? Am I reading that? Okay, my bad.
So you know how to do a C major bar chord right there?
So like kind of like that.
Do you know how to do a C major bar chord like this?
Like maybe like that.
Like you know, like a normal bar chord with like a bar with the index finger.
Oh yeah, like something with that 8 and then.
What if it was like G major or something?
That kind of like that kind of part.
Yeah, can you play all the strings? Awesome. Okay. So.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So basically, kind of like two. You have like 1, 3, 5, then. 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, something like that, right?
These are all 1,
So
3s, and 5s, yes.
Is that how you would play that?
Well, this would be the big shape, right?
Right.
Okay, but you could also play the power chord right here with 2 fingers.
But if you just wanted to play the higher section.
And if you just want to play the higher section, you could also do that. With
so how would you finger that?
Index finger across the
2 8s.
Yeah, and then this says file is in the trash. Hold on a second. Yeah, that looks pretty good. still says 5 in the trash. Alright, I thought I fixed that.
So,
I'll show you
yeah,
the
so
shapes here in just a
I
second.
okay.
See this right here? So you got these two shapes right here.
Yes, I remember this. I do
Yeah.
remember this. Those are the two shapes, the major and the minor.
Right. So that's kind of where we can come back to. Or you could play some of these around as chords. It's good. It's not the best chord, but it's an okay chord. You know, let's think of it as like there's different like ranks of the types of chords that we can play. This is a situational chord. You know, we'll give it a C as far as grading it.
Oh man, you should
Grade
just give it like
C.
you should give it a 3 of 5 instead.
Maybe we'll give it a C plus, or maybe even
okay.
okay. We can maybe we can actually give it a B because, but it would have to be like a B minus. Like, yeah, it would have to be like a B.
The minus would help to indicate that it's not in reference to a chord or note. Anyway.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, it's an okay chord to use, but like there are better chords. Although it is still a decent chord that you should know, and it's good to come back to this chord a lot. Like it gives you a good place to come back to, especially if you like playing pentatonics and if you like, you know, doing this type of.
Totally. Yeah. Being able to mix like that in, I think would just be really, really cool to like a lot of the improvisation, you know?
Yeah.
And it sounds like I think it sounds really good compared to like the you know the E, A, and D. I think like doing it on the G, B, high E sounds like I don't know. It just sounds good. I think.
Yeah, these chords sound pretty good. But if you want to do A chords or A plus chords, you want to do inversions. So all these little triads that you're learning everywhere, like the F triad, for example, here, and you mix that with this chord, and you might mix that with one of the like the pentatonic or the letter patterns or something, so you kind of get this like other type of maybe. Alright, so anyway, you can make different chords. So you can construct chords from these little pieces of triads.
Right. You borrow from each other, from the different octaves.
Frankenstein chords. Somewhat.
Yeah. And you think those are A plus chords? Some of those are A plus chords.
Yeah, those are going to be like A plus chords because like those are when you make up your own chords that no one really has ever maybe heard before. You know, like maybe that combination. They haven't really heard that. Maybe, of course, they probably have.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out like what is going to sound good and like what can I remember relatively easily and like be able to replicate. Like, so like if I'm looking at a particular spot, I'm thinking, okay, like I'm playing in E minor or something like that. I know like wherever I am on the guitar neck, like I know like, yeah, and maybe that's not even something I can memorize, but like I'd like to at least get like some foundational like ideas of what to go to. I mean, because there's some double stops that sound kind of cool, but like obviously putting in a full like 3-note melody would just be, I think, add a lot of flavor to the whole improvisation.
Oh, the chords and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
like
want
at least 3 notes, you know? Maybe.
Yeah, you want to make those chords off of those triads. So when you look at these triads here. These are the chords you want to be making. All right.
And are all the things that you just did
Yeah,
Frankenstein chords in effect, like they're made of
yeah,
multiple.
almost. And
Got it.
yeah, yeah, this is more of like the A. It's not an A plus because with a plus you would be adding like other notes from the scale. But this is an A chord where you just go straight to the triad, and here's your A. So 1 and a 5 works. That's a power chord. Or
Right.
you could play
Just one and five, yeah.
a 3 and a 5. You could add the next A in the next octave. It's a 3 because he does a low 3, but I like playing high up. You have this 3 finger power chord here. You can play that third there, really get that nice sound. Play these two, you could play these up there.
Uh, so so yeah, 1 5. So if you're just like playing like an
It's like a
A right
power
here,
chord.
you're just in the. What would you
Now,
add to that?
throw in the third, the minor third.
The minor third would like
On this,
block. It
yeah,
would
exactly. It would
block
block
the one.
block the one. Okay,
But you're saying like just as like a back and forth kind of thing between the.
sure, could do that. You could also find another one. It's on the next string.
Find another one.
Next string up. Yeah, but keep that third there. Or you could do that, which means now you have two A's, which is okay. But now you don't have the third, see?
How did I get the third from here? I mean, I can't really
So
get
you
the
gotta
third
take away
from.
that index finger and find a new position. Just try to finger it differently.
I mean, I can just do like a.
Yeah, there you go. So now you have the nice, powerful third right here, right? This is a really good chord. So,
Right, but in terms of like just straight up like always true kind of like, but like this is like if you're on a minor, that'll always give you a minor result, and then the other one is basically the same as like the C. That's the difference right there, huh? Between the minor and the. That is the one. How am I thinking about this? One. One. It's one and one. I don't know how to like think about like, okay, so if I'm like in a situation where I'm like, okay, like I got my like got my C, my like my high C note there. Like I know this is my one,
Mm-hmm.
and then this is obviously my 3 and my 5, but I don't know why, right? Like it's like Like,
Oh,
I mean, I
that
can just
chord?
tell. Was that three and a
Do you
five
want
for
us to
sure? But
analyze that chord real quick?
well, like how?
So
What?
do you
How do
know?
you think about it to figure out what these two are? Like in reference to that C.
Yeah, that's gonna be kind of difficult. Sometimes you just
And
have
you
to
kind of just have
not.
to like think about it with reference to like what chord you're on and like G.
Hold on a second. I'm not really sure what you mean here.
Well, like okay. So you were going back to like the original. Hold on, let me just move this thing. This is getting annoying. So going back to your original like thought process of, and I know you have to go soon. Sorry, I'm holding you away after, but like your original thought process of like, okay, Frankenstein chords, like you're taking stuff from various various letter patterns, and you're hitting the
That would
one,
be
three,
a
and the five.
chords plus over here. Yeah, like you call it Frankenstein chords plus.
But like for example, like
How about that?
so it's like I guess like this is these are your ones, and then one, three, and then the five is what makes something minor or major, right? Like
The
that's
third.
wait, the third.
Hmm.
Um, uh, oh yeah, you're right. It is the third. Okay, I was just trying to work that out in my brain. So that's C, E. So this is an E. It's an E, E major, E minor, right?
All right, so these are the different types of chord options that we have, right? Like we got power chords and open chords and these semi-bar chords things. That's what we're doing here, the
The
semi-bars,
semi-bar
right?
chord is the one that is this business right here, right? Is
Yeah.
that what that is?
And then
Okay,
we have the full bar chords, right?
which is like the
Yeah. And then we have the triad inversions, which are just the ones, threes, and fives. If you can find all the shapes, that'd be pretty cool.
yeah. Like I guess the reason I asked that question in the first place was because like I agree that this is a really cool concept of like all right, you got the shapes and you got the small big small you know minor pen major pen small big small. Like, that's really cool. It's easy to remember and it seems to be like pretty functional in a lot of places. But being able to mix in some chords with that, like I
Yes,
think
you're
that's
right.
like that's the holy grail right there. And I think that would
Exactly.
be like
So, okay, so yeah, what we
do
could
some pretty
do
cool
is
sounding stuff.
kind of go back to this stuff here and with your, we've got drum tracks here, so that way you have a beat that you can play with. And then you can use chords and improvise with the chords. And you can use these chords that you know, which would be power chords, open chords, semi-bar chords, full bar chords, and some of these triad inversions and stuff. The only thing that you don't like have to use, but you can use, and it's really easy if you want to, is to use Frankenstein chords. That would be using, if you get really good at the triad inversions, probably want to focus on that first. Then you can start adding
Right.
other notes from the scale around it. And that's how you make those suspended chords and the 9 chords, and they add 6 chords and all those weird things that you can play. It's just simple stuff. You just play a triad inversion and then add a note from the scale, and there you go.
Got it. And do you have any words of wisdom with respect to the triad inversions, like how to get to that? Like other than like, I mean, it still just involves thinking, right? Like you have to think about, okay, here's a triad, and then you have to add in a 1, 3, or 5, or like a one from another octave. Basically, is that like the
Yeah, just
idea
try to
behind that?
connect the different octaves together with and play multiple ones and threes and fives at the same time. Yeah, keep trying to stretch your hand and stretch how you see it too.
Do what?
Stretch your hand and stretch how you see it across the neck too, because your eyes are connecting. You can visualize a certain amount with your visualization right now, but you can stretch that ability to visualize more at the same time by like stretching your hand and keep trying to stretch that visualization. You know what I mean?
I
There's a
mean,
there's a limited amount that you can like visualize and connect patterns in your mind. Like you can only see like, you know, maybe 6 inches like of space you can visualize, and if you could stretch that to be able to visualize further distance, like 8 frets or 10 frets, if you could visualize stretch further visualization of more frets, you know what I mean?
yeah, I think so. Like, if I was, for example, like I got my my 1, my 5. How do I get
So
to a 3 from
where so you're on the third and second string here?
no
Oh,
to
you're on the
what ones? I'm on the highest like E starting on the
highest
B
E string.
string.
Okay, the fifth fret and the okay. So where's your third?
Well, third's right here.
Can we do this little type of sound here?
Oh yeah, you do this. I mean, then basically you're only taking the fifth from there.
And we also can use
Oh,
the third.
you're taking the 3, the 5, and then you're starting a 1 from somewhere else, basically. Which is
Take your pinky on the first string and put it on the 12th.
take your pinky on the first string and like put it like that.
And then your index finger is back on the third. And you get this. Oh yeah, let's put this here as double stops. Even better chords to use. Better than sliced bread. You know, double stops are the best chords to use, in my opinion. Like, almost, probably even better than Frankenstein chords, because a lot of people, you can relate to these. You know, the other ones
Yeah,
sometimes are a little intense. These are just short and
yeah.
simple and sweet and punchy, and they sound really good.
The double stops.
Double stops are really good. All double stops. Pretty nice.
Yeah, you're right. It does sound good. It's a good addition to some cool improvising for sure.
All right. So do you kind of know like what you want to sort of be doing for practice with this stuff here?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm just gonna kind of like I think I'm gonna throw on some tracks. I think and just try to mess around and see what sounds good, and then
Yeah.
try
So
to
either
mix some
drum
chords in
tracks,
there.
Drum tracks for doing chord improvisation with soloing, combine that stuff. Drum tracks with no music, or you could put on the music in different keys. Uh, like I showed you here. Not in different modes though. Make sure they're not in different modes, although you could do it in different modes. But yeah, just different tracks, and then some drum tracks. That's basically what you could do. Any key, honestly. You could do any key, any mode, anywhere. It's gonna do the same thing, which is pentatonics anywhere. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, I'm just kind of curious what's going to sound good, you know. But
Oh, it's gonna sound
I guess,
awesome. Pentatonics are the best notes. Like
yeah, for sure. Even without
that's a
that
given.
fifth in there, huh?
What's up?
Even without that well, sixth, I guess, right?
The
Or no?
sixth?
Is it?
Yeah, so
You got
we're
a fifth.
eliminating the bad notes. Those notes that don't sound good, they're gone.
Yeah,
All right, so remember we have the three different levels. We have the triads, the pentatonics, and then the letter patterns.
right.
So the triads are the best notes. The pentatonics are the next best, and then
Yeah, the
the letter
foreign
patterns.
and then the letter patterns, the full deal.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's good, man. I think that makes sense. I mean, I think learning in that order definitely makes sense. I think
yeah,
learning the letter patterns is a basic understanding and what the patterns look like, and then going to triads from there and pentatonics. It does make sense
yeah.
for sure.
Cool. All right, my man. So I guess we'll wrap it up here, and
Sounds good, man. Thank you
I'll
for
see you
going
around,
a
man.
little long. I'm sorry to hold you for so long.